People use Notion to manage pretty much everything ranging from their personal life to their business. It comes to no surprise that there are people out there that would prefer managing their investments with Notion as well. This is why we created the Notion crypto tracker with real-time price updates. Let's take a look at our crypto dashboard. The first section has some general charts for the most common coins to keep an eye on the general market. We chose Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB, but this is all customizable and we can add pretty much any other coin we want. There's also a quick live converter for us to check out the current conversion rates between different cryptocurrencies. So for example, if we select 100 BNB, we can see how much that currently is in USDT. So USDT, select that, Tether, and that's 294 USDT at the moment. We can also flip this around and vice versa. We can also select pretty much any other coin for that matter. We also have a simple live fear and greed index chart. Now let's dive into the actual tracking area. The first section is the balance section. This section shows the general stats of a portfolio, including the total amount deposited, the total amount invested, the amount of cash remaining and not yet invested, the value of the total holdings, and finally the net gained or lost within the entire portfolio. The balance section does not require any input from the user. It simply grabs data from other sections and calculates the fields to display for the user. The next section is the cash flow section. This is where the user can track their deposits and withdrawals. This is the first area where the user can interact with our system. Using the templates that we created, the user can create either a withdrawal or a deposit of funds into his portfolio by simply clicking over here. Let's say the user wanted to deposit 5,000 to their crypto wallet for investments. We can select the deposit template and set the amount of 5,000 and set the date to today. So let's actually do that. Let's click on new deposit. Let's name this deposit 3. Deposit 3. Let's close this for a second. Let's set the amount to $5,000. Let's set the date to today. Now the balance will be automatically updated with an addition of 5,000 to the previous amount, and we'll update the deposit amount column. Let's move on to the portfolio section. This is where we can distribute the deposit amount into different types of crypto investments. So let's actually open up our deposit. And over here, set the portfolio to blue chips, Qcoin blue chips, and Qcoin small caps. As you can see, the total portfolio for each is updated, showing us how much we have split for every piece of the portfolio. The percentage is defined by us to manage the risk by selecting how much or how little each piece receives. This is because some sections are riskier investments compared to others. With this percentage, the system calculates the total allocation we should have for every piece of the portfolio. The allocated column shows us how much we have already invested in each piece or section of the portfolio. This is great to keep track that we don't go over the total allocation. The available column shows us how much cash we still have available for every section. The minimum column is defined by us and shows us what is the minimum investment we should do per crypto project within that section of the portfolio. Now, if we scroll a bit to the right, we're left with the project section. The projects column shows us how many projects we can invest based on how much available cash we have for that section and the minimum we should invest. Essentially, it's the available divided by the minimum. It's important to note that the portfolio sections here, such as cash, blue chips, Qcoin blue chips, etc., were all created by me. However, with this system, you are able to create your own portfolio sections by simply clicking on new and selecting portfolio, and then simply naming the portfolio over here. Let's call this demo section. You can then set up your own filters to filter out the section however you want with the available coins on our system. Let's move on to the next section and actually invest into some projects. Let's specifically invest into a blue chip by opening up all of our blue chip projects. So if we scroll over here, click on blue chip. Let's full screen this. As you can see, we can see all of our blue chip projects listed here. Once we are here, we can search for a project. Let's say we want to invest into Cardano. We click on search for Cardano, find it over here. And once it's there, we can select it and open up the dashboard for this project. Let's click on this, click on open. The dashboard will have a basic live chart that is always updated, where we can set the time interval to 1 day, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 5 years, and all. So let's head back to 1 month. We can hover over the chart to see specific prices at specific times. So if we check the 17th, we can see the price at that exact moment. The next section is where we can actually track our investments, the transactions. So let's say we hop onto Binance and invest into Cardano. Now all we have to do is set up the transaction here in our system. So let's create a new transaction for Cardano. We first set the ticker. Let's create new. The ticker's ADA for Cardano. Then the date the transaction occurred. So let's set that to today. the type of transaction, which was a buy, the current price that we bought it at, let's say we bought it at 0.4338, and the amount of coins that we bought. So let's say we bought 120 coins. Now the system will automatically calculate the amount that we invested. It will also in real time track the price change from the moment we invested and the net we have lost or gained. In the next section, we can set up notifications for price targets. This means we can receive a mobile notification when the price of a specific project reaches a price that we set. With dozens of projects in our portfolio, it will be difficult to manually keep track of every coin, so these notifications simplify and automate the task by simply letting us know when to buy or sell. So let's say we create a new notification here. Let's call it notification. Let's call it ADA. Let's say the current price, the current price is already set because it grabs it from our database and it's updated in real time. Let's say the target is at $1. Once the price target is reached and the notification is sent, this checkbox will be ticked and we'll receive the notification on our phone. If we head back to the main dashboard, we can track all of our investments and project from the project section. So let's close this for a second. Scroll down to the project section and take a look at all the projects. All these project prices and market caps are automatically updated in real time to make sure that we're working with the latest numbers. This section thus allows us to track our real-time holdings, the total investments we made per project, the change in our holdings, as well as our net gain and loss. The other great part of this is that we can set a reminder for our next dollar cost average date. This will pop up as a notification on our phone if we have Notion installed on it. We can also change the views for this section to sort and filter it either by investment sum, market cap, holdings change, and the net we have gained or lost, as well as a simplified mobile experience view if we are on the Notion mobile app. It's important to note that in the project section, all of the projects listed here are the projects that have currently been invested in this account. However, you are always able to add your own projects simply by clicking on New and selecting the coin template. Then you give this coin a name, for example, Ethereum, and then simply provide the link to the CoinMarketCap page for this coin. If you would like to change the logo, all you simply have to do is click here, click on custom, and provide a link to the Ethereum logo. And now the Ethereum project will be available in our project section for us to use. Finally, let's check out the sections for the transactions. This is essentially the database that stores all of the transactions and is great for searching for a specific transaction. Here we can also track all of our holdings, price changes, etc. for every transaction that we did. If we scroll to the very end, we can see and manage all of our target price notifications. The last thing I'd like to mention is that the dollar cost average reminder feature is built into Notion. However, the live price updates and the target price notifications are custom built features that we have coded with the Notion API. These features need to be set up with a private server and a bit of backend magic. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out and we can discuss pricing and have this set up for you.